I'm interested to see whether he's going to just trowel that off or whether he's going to put some more stuff on. Let's see, huh?
Good. And again, don't worry about if there's any lines or ripples. We're going to get that out with the speed skim. Just make sure I put that plaster in the centre of the hawk so we're not messing around or worrying about it falling off the edges. Good.
Stiff now, that. Looking getting as bad as him, hasn't it?
The plaster's distributing a lot nicer. That was a bit wide then.
Okay.
But generally you're distributing it a lot nicer because your angle's getting a lot closer to the wall. So we're working in thirds, so you're doing a third leading up to the top and you're going to finish it from the bottom working down. And as a beginner, I think that's a fair rule of thumb. You see you got a little bit that looks like it's missing? This little area?
Yeah, so I want to...
Yeah, I'd probably try and fill that with a bit of plaster. Again, like I say, it's probably better to have too much than too little. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Nice amount of plaster. No, don't worry about that. Nice amount of plaster on your trowel there. That's good.
It's a right chat up line, that, isn't it?
Nice.
That's a right chat up line. One, listen, I've been a part of it, and that's one that I've never used. This day and age, you know what I mean? If you're on site and there's chicks all over, then, you know, maybe you might use that chat up line. Nice amount of plaster on your handboard. What did it say, hawk? Or did it say trowel? No, nice amount of plaster on your trowel here. So that could be not so much a chat up line, but you know, like a gerrinnerer, you know, like an opener, an icebreaker, a plaster mixer, or something like that.
That's good.
Okay.
Now, if you're watching this video and you're feeling inspired, I'm just going to give you a heads up that we're not going to show the full process of plastering. This video is just to show that a complete beginner with no prior experience...
Is it a complete beginner? Has she got no prior experience? Really? Is this a white lie? Is it a white lie?
...and no prior knowledge can actually learn the basics.
No prior knowledge either. She didn't even know what fucking plastering was. She didn't even know that there was plaster on walls.
The basics of plastering in a day. But if you want to learn the full process of plastering, as in how to mix the plaster, how to get the plaster on the wall, what tools to buy, the full process on how to plaster a wall step by step, then click the link below. We've got a free welcome course at Plastering Beginners for complete beginner.
So, before anybody gets any clickbait and that, so how things work is this is top of your funnel, and we get some free away at top of those funnels. So we get you in through top at funnel, and it's always worth going. So I would recommend going if it's free, go and get it. And then once you're in, they'll give you a minimum amount of information, and then there'll be some more courses. There'll probably be 3 more courses, which like there'll be one that's affordable, around about £100. There'll be one that might be a bit more advanced, is about 500, and then there might be sort of masterclass, which you're talking in thousands. So that's how they normally work, but you'll have like a few different levels, and it's up to you how far you go in. But definitely get on here, go on Bain's thing and have a look at his free stuff. And if you wanted to be a plasterer, if you wanted to learn to plaster, then definitely go down that route. Like I said, I'm not knocking him, you know what I mean, to get people into our industry. And when I talk about sort of my courses, is the first rung on the industry into the preservation industry, the first step on the ladder into the lucrative preservation industry. You have to do, you have to start somewhere in trenches. So, start off as a plasterer, and then, you do your groundwork, and then you work your way up, you work your way up from there. Get you sent out to that drudgery, day in, day out, joints falling off, getting out of bed aching, thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Where did my life go? I'm waking up, it's dark, I'm coming home dark, and all I'm doing, I'm in a dark room on a dark site for fucking peanuts. So if you are in this trade and you're wanting to better yourself and perhaps become a qualified damp surveyor and earn the money you should be earning because you have got a brain, then have a look at my course on DampSam.com. It's hard to fit, the express damp proofing system. If you're a plasterer, piece of piss for you. So grab that, and then I'll see you in the preservation industry once you've learnt how to do that. Any questions, send me an email, dampsam@thedampshow.co.uk. Hiya, it's DampSam here. I've just come on just to tell you that DampSam.com is now up and running. We've got the Express Damp Proofing System course, designed by me, run by me, done by me. You can buy that. We've got the ultimate guide to black mold and condensation. You can pay what you want for it. And we've also got 3 free ebooks. And also we've got a guide to basement conversions, the ultimate guide to damp proofing, and also the podcasting series. You can get in contact with them, and the YouTube membership. Enjoy it, rest of your film.
Beginners, newbies who've never picked up a trowel before, who actually
What, you mean like
plastering,
Janet,
this
or whatever
link
they
is for
call
you,
her?
because we'll show you the full process and everything we need to know, and everything I taught Alex prior to the video, you'll get in the welcome call.
Oh, hang on. Did you hear that? Everything he taught Alex prior to the video. Yeah? So you weren't a novice. You weren't a complete beginner. These were prior to the video, to this video, prior to it, which we fucking knew. We're not fucking stupid, are we, Ben?
So click the link and you'll get exclusive content that you will not find on my YouTube channel or on my website. It's only exclusive if you sign up via the link below. So click that if you want to get involved with plastering, if you want to be like Alex. But let's carry on with the video and see how she got on. Well done. Getting it. That's it. That's a really good flick you've got going on now. So remember we're talking
Fucking
about what
flick
we want?
now.
Don't want, we want.
Fucking Messi's been on phone. Fucking Ronaldo's there. Fucking flicking plaster on wall.
Don't want a lot of slugs at the bottom. What we get?
Fucking slugs are here. Fucking slugs have come out. They're all around fucking dog food and that. They've come up fruit floor, for fucking subfloor, and they're hanging around dog floor. I came, I can see all trails and that. As soon as I turned the light on, and there was one tiger slug there next to the fucking dog bowl.
Tuck that trowel nice and steep. That's it, that's it. So that was good, but can you see there's still a bit of a fat? There's a bit of a molehill. So if you get the angle of the trowel cut in tight.
Don't be making a mountain out of the molehill about that, Bane. Fucking hell, she's beginning. She's just starting beginning, and what they've done is they're focusing in on that she's gone over onto skirting. Come on, mate, gear a break.
Let me show you.
He's like, I'll be like that though. Like, fucking get towel here. Fuck's sake. You know what I mean? This is how you do it. This is how you do it.
And then spread.
Yeah. But between us viewers, I couldn't even fucking touch that trowel, to be fair. I'd be holding it like that. Fucking like 2 fingers. And I'd had to wash back off. I mean, look at state of it. It's got fresh plaster. You've got some partially dry plaster. You've got dry plaster. You've got bits that fucking not even plasterers know what it is. It's been on that long. It's fucking pitted. Anybody want a pitted trowel? Fucking hell.
Spread it up almost. So we're not going to add any more plaster. We're going to use what's there. I'm going to spread it up the wall. That's it. So let's see how it goes here. That's it. Nice and tight to that angle.
Beautiful.
Same, it's okay then. Don't add any more. Try and get. That's it.
Just clean your fucking trowel.
You're using what's there.
It's just,
Yeah, and push it into the wall. Don't be scared to push it. That's
yeah,
it.
it's getting filthy all over everything.
Don't struggle to get your trowel in just above the skirting board line. That's better. Can you see how it's getting it flatter? Yeah. I'd still do one more.
Fair. Going wrong way.
So, again, I'm using the speed skim. One hand equal distance apart.
Equidistant.
We're looking not far from the edges, but that way we've got control over the whole blade. instead of one hand or whatever, we want equal distance, and then we've got
There's an handle on the back.
whole area.
What's the handle for?
We don't want it too close like it was before, but close enough where it's not going to pull it off. If you're like this, it's going to pull all the plaster off. We want it fairly close, pulling up. You know, you can come the other way as well, which is what I recommend, but at this point, as a beginner, I think find a way that's just going to get it flat to, and find a way you're comfortable with. If you're happy going horizontal, then great, but generally, because the plaster's still quite wet, keeping that distance the same throughout the wall is going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to fill that, but what I'm going to show you...
It's filled it 8 times.
Once we speed skimmed it, I'll use a spatula. If there's any areas that are low, I'm going to get you to fill it again. But I'm going to show you that now. So again, keep the angle. Yeah, tuck it tight into just above the skirting board, so we know we're going to get all the plaster.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Good. It's good.
Still ain't got any plaster on her, has she? Okay, it's not even clean its speed skim off.
Beautiful.
Oh, well, we have now.
That actually looks good.
And it's flat.
Hang on. She's saying she's a natural. Right, I can't go back because there were an advert in between. But what I was going to show you are, if you look back through this video, when she first got out of speed skim and she started to go up with speed skim, one of the first things I was going to say was, fucking even speed skim's got shit on back. It's even got plaster on back at speed skim. It wants cleaning. And it went to an advert and it come back on after advert and she was doing it and it went, but oh good, all back at speed skim's been cleaned. So I've just got a funny feeling Bane's been in there. He's been fucking this way, that way, some of it bare illegal. And then it's all straight now, isn't it? So again, so you know, some artistic fucking license going on here, Bane.
You've done well there. And do you know why? It's because you've got enough plaster to play with. Because I was saying to you, don't worry about putting too much on.
Have you even cleaned
When you're
skitting?
using this, it's probably better to have too much on the wall because you've got something
You
you
were
can
full
move
of shit,
around.
that skitting, and
something
he's
you
just
can
cleaned it
spread.
all.
It's good.
So obviously, yeah.
Yeah, this whole area is good. You've got enough thickness on there. It's spread nicely. You've got a few areas, but what we're looking at there is because you put enough thickness on where I kept saying, don't worry about having too much on. You've got nice, consistent 2 coats, where a lot of beginners, they'll put it on too thin, it'll be very patchy.
Yeah.
You'll see back to the existing plaster, or you can see the first coat where the second coat wasn't put on right. Because you've got a consistent, nice thickness throughout, it looks like one uniform colour, which now we can work on. So that's amazing, that's pucker, really good.
Fucking Del Boy.
Plaster on
Fucking
the wall.
booker.
We flattened it with a speed skim, or a spatula, as it were. And now we're going to flatten it with a trowel. So, at this point, you know, it's still quite wet, which is good. But we're going to wet the edges. And that's to keep the edges nice and clean. So then when we're troweling...
Unlike your fucking
you're not working
trowels,
on
you
the other
dirty
side.
bastard.
Keep a bit of moisture on the plaster. And when we're troweling, we want to start from a point essentially from a clean angle. So
you start from fucking top,
we're
really,
starting,
don't you?
starting from the
And work your
bottom
way
or
down.
starting from the side. I'm having the trowel quite close to the wall. And what we're going to do is keep that angle the same. We don't really want to, you don't want to wave around. You don't want an open trowel. That's just going to pull all the plaster off. We want to keep the trowel quite close. What I'm going to do is just...
Hiya, DampSam here. Did you know, if you want to watch a full, unedited version of this, if you become a Damp fan, $2.99, which is as much as an expensive cup of coffee up here, you can watch a full, unedited version of this. Nah, let's get back watching this bit, eh? See you in a bit. See, the term karate stems from the Japanese translation of open trowel. Also, you didn't know that, didn't you?
Let's just spread it. Keep that angle the same. Quite a bit of pressure behind.
This is where wipe on, wipe off came from, Mr. Miyagi.
And if there's any low spots on the wall or anything you can see, fill it with the plaster you've got in your trowel. We call this fat. It's called fat. It's basically
Fat off.
plaster that you're getting from the surface. You're going to collect it as you flatten because there's going to be some areas that are thicker or lower than others. and then you fill it as you go. So if you get any...
Right, kids, so what I'll tell you is this, is when you're first troweling off, it's not fat. That's your plaster. But as it's pulling in and getting harder and harder, as you get a semi on the wall, gets semi-hard, then when you start putting water on, it waters down the plaster. And that is what we call the fat, not the actual plaster that you're moving around. Now, as Bain should know, and I know this is for beginners, and and I'm picking spots, and he probably does know, you don't fill holes with fat, because what we call fat is mostly water based. So what tends to happen is if you fill any holes with the fat, as the wall dries out completely, the water evaporates out of the fat, and you're left with ridges in your wall and scabs and things like that, and it don't look right brilliant. So what you'll end up with is like a dark wall, all one colour, and then you'll have these white bits that eventually start to evaporate, and that's when you get ridges in. So I'd say if you don't be filling holes with fat as you get kind of, I don't know, I should say 3/4 way through wall. So you can do it up to 3/4 way through, and then after that, always have a bit on side of your bucket. So have a lump, or if you've mixed too much, put it on a bag and have a lump there. And if you do have any places where you need to fill in, just get it off a pile that you've got. Try not to use what he's using is fat. Most plasterers will tell you this. Always have some aside for filling in, not filling in with fat, because it will look a fucking mess.
So if you get any low spots that you'll see when you flatten, put it back on the wall, leave a little hump, and then trowel it out.
My home, my home, my home, my home, my home.
One area that you trowel through, rather than trying to get it perfect. So all you're doing here is flattening whilst filling in any low spots. So that's keeping that angle the same, quite close to the wall, and then we're troweling through. That make sense, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, really.
Oh, you're a bit of flirting.
We'll give it a go.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, do you know?
So
Makes you fucking sick, doesn't it?
Yeah, so at this point, we're just going to start from a hard
Too
surface.
much, Ben.
Your hard
Too
surface
much.
is going to be the skirting board line.
Would he be doing this if it were a fat bloke with fucking tracky bots, grey tracky bots on, with his ass showing and that?
Pressure to take out them lines. So you can
Would he
push
be going
it if
right,
you can.
hey, and giggly saying stuff then? I don't think so.
Now, your trowel is
We're fucking
a
shouting
bit
at the
open
money.
the top. So when you're coming up, it's opening out a little bit.
Okay.
So try and keep your trowel nice and tight to the wall.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't be opening it
If you've got
up,
one
keep it
section
tight.
that you're struggling with, don't be scared, just focus on that. So, I'm just focusing on that bit there. And, as we go, you think about maybe potentially cleaning your skirting board.
To fucking talk about potentially cleaning your fucking trowel, you dirty bastard.
To the later stages, we start cleaning. But just focus on, if you've got an area that's been a bit stubborn or there's a few gaps, just focus on that one spot. Rather than coming all the way up, we can just focus on, right, got a little low spot here, fill it.
I just want to talk about his technique there. So I get this with my apprentice at Minute Nixon. He seems to think that he don't have to fucking get down and dirty. What he does is he bends down. And if you're a plasterer and you don't get down to that level, down to skirting board level, then you're going to miss stuff. You're going to miss this down that at bottom there. When I go to check a wall, if I'm checking like other people's walls and things, we look at ceiling line angles, skirting line. Most people can get the middle of the wall okay, but it's the little things is on that line with fucking idle cunts can't be asked to get down and have a look. The thing that they can just bend over and stretch their arm down. You need to be getting down there with your eyes, getting down and dirty. A bit like Bane is squatting down there. He's in on action. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be getting down there, and most plasterers will know this. As you get better, as you get sort of, you know, after you've been doing it sort of 15, 20 years, then it's a bit like good plasterers will know this. You can almost feel it. So you could put a blindfold on when you're troweling, and you can kind of feel it through your hands, you know, like Mr. Miyagi said, you know how they put blindfold on, and it's like that. This is what we can do with plastering. I can almost feel it, but you still have to check. So you still have to get down there, down and dirty. And if light's bad, you know, and I don't mean lights that you've got in there, natural light. So once natural light gets on it, that's when these rough spots will show up.
And then just deal it in sections. Because, you know, as a beginner, you only really want to be working on small areas anyway. So then that way you can really close.
See, that's wet through. Now, that is absolutely wet through that bit, because you can see with lines. But it will putting water on left-hand side, but that looks as though they've only just troweled it. There's only just put like another coat on. So again, I think there's been a bit of artistic editing going off here.
Take your time filling that in, you know, and then again, it's about the pressure. You want to put the plaster into itself. That's what's going to fill it in, and that's going to give you, you know, an overall flat surface. It's compression. You're compressing the plaster.
Compression.
That's why you want the plaster close to the wall. Cause
Yeah, of course, you're gonna apply pressure. Sure, why not?
Pressure.
You know, I don't.
yeah, but it's hard.
See, I'll be down on one knee.
See where you got that line?
See, what he needs to be saying to her is, look, and another thing she's not got, and I don't know if Bane's got any on, but you need some knee pads. I haven't sat with fucking knee pads on. I sit in the house with knee pads on. My apprentice don't want to put them in, but and I've had like loads of apprentices. They think they look fucking daft because they've got knee pads in. Do you know what I mean? Not bothered that they're ugly as fucking sin. They're just bothered about that they've got these knee pads in for some reason. But as you get to my age, you know, I've got good knees, even though I played football till I was fucking nearly 50. But my knees are all right. There was swelling up by the time. That's why I had to stop playing. But I've got them back. You know, going out rower and that at gym. I'm back. I can still jump over an house now. But if you're skimming down there like Bane was, get down on one knee, and then, you know, it's not all that pressure on your back. You've got it in your legs, not your back. Oh, try and save your back. If you get back problems, that's your plastering career over with. You can always get your legs sorted out, shoulders, but if your fucking back goes, good night, God bless. Night, Vienna.
Yeah.
It's probably where your trowel was opened up a bit too far.
Okay.
So what you're doing essentially there is you're dragging the plaster off the wall. You see?
Yeah.
So that's it. So what's happening at the top, you're opening it up. So as you're coming higher, you're coming outwards. It's natural. But slow it down and just focus on really pushing that trowel closer to the wall rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. It's probably the hardest bit.
I bet it fucking is, Ben. I bet it's fucking rock solid. You mind hard.
Okay.
And then slow it down, don't be scared to. That's it. That's it.
It's still open a little bit.
No, that was better. That was a lot better. Good. That top movement's a lot better. It's not coming out. You're keeping it tucked in.
Yeah.
Now,
It's like watching a fucking Carry On film, isn't it? I keep expecting him all these double entendres that he's slipping in here. I keep expecting him to go, yeah. All right, Jack, seen that new Cliffy, eh? Should be working on the number 5 bus. Fucking on the buses, Carry On, fucking 1970s Bane. Or is it just my? Is this just my brain?
Focus on just getting that area nice and flat, filled in. Good. And that angle of your trowel is a lot better. Good. You see it's filling. Is it a bit smoother now? Mm-hmm. And again, we've got loads more time to flatten after this point, but it'd be nice just to get it as good as possible. And don't forget to use your fat or the excess plaster on your trowel to fill in any low spots.
No, don't.
But you're good for now. You keep doing what you're doing. I mean, just in general, if you see any holes.
Just needs some knee pads.
Yeah.
She's squatting down. She's not kneeling down.
So we've got a bit of a patch showing. That's it. Fill it in. That's it. That's it.
Still good.
Getting flatter, yeah? Beautiful. So now we've flattened the wall, we've filled in any low spots. Now the plaster's starting to get firmer. You rub your finger across it, there's still movement, but it is starting to go hard. So we're coming into the realm of polishing now with plastering. So we've got the application, got the flattening, and then we've got the polishing. So now what we're going to do is continue to flatten, but you shouldn't have any lines or ripples at this point. You shouldn't have any major holes, and you shouldn't have any areas that look low or dipped or humped. It should be fairly flat. So we're going to add quite a bit of water to the edges now, because again, the plaster's setting. And what we naturally want to do now is open the trowel a little bit. And that means we can start to polish the wall. So when you open the trowel, it just gives more of a sharper finish. So now, it's the same movement, so we're doing the same thing what we were doing before. Again, if there's any...
I'll just stop you there. So it's saying if you open trowel that it gives you a sharper finish. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We've got an array of trowels now we can use. So you start off with a more rigid trowel, and then you can have a softer metal, and then a softer metal, and a softer metal. I mean, he's gone over it with a fucking speed skim anyway. So, which for me, just a pointless exercise. He's probably got some speed skims that he's been given by fucking speed skim company, and he needs to put them in videos. But there was no need to put it on. So he could have just, piled it on. You'd have seen where dips were and things like that. So for me, no need for that. He's not used it again, unless he's going to go over it a bit later on. But yeah, if you up it, I think he'd be confusing people that he were learning. If it's saying up in your trowel, and that's when you'll get them scraping it and marks all over your wall. You're better off, just sliding your trowel across. Just slide it off, and try and keep it as less of an angle as you can, but just apply that pressure. Obviously, he's got fucking arms like fucking crepe paper. They used to make them. They used to make them things at school, Christmas decorations. He's like 2 arms like that. There's no muscles whatsoever. He needs to get to the fucking gym. That might be why he's having to open his trowel. He had a bit more about him, bit better shoulders on him. He'd probably be able to do it without that, and explain it. And if you got a better metal trowel, I mean, I use 3 trowels. So I'll start off. I've got a putting on trowel, and I've got a flattening off trowel, and then I've got a finishing trowel, and I have got one of them plastic trowels if I wanted to, but these days I very rarely use them. So you can, like I said, these days you can get an array of trowels.
Again, if there's any low spots or anything that needs filling, fill it as you go, and you'll see them as you're troweling. But this is going to give you, Alex, a massive chance just to get better at that movement, because we just do the same thing. Plastering is very repetitive. We apply the plaster, do it twice, and then all we do is just flatten it until it looks good. That is literally. So the angle changes a bit further away from the wall this time, and that's just going to polish it.
You're going to fucking scrape it all off.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a bit of excess.
Right, hey then, money. Yeah.
So how do I...
So it saved a bit of excess. Hang on, let me just stop this. So he's not mentioned having a bit of stuff, and I'm just hoping that he ain't tiptoed water out at water bucket and then got a fucking lump of fat out at bottom. I'm hoping that's old mix, or he's mixed some extra for filling in. But I wish he'd have mentioned this earlier on in video, because there will be beginners or people that's starting out that obviously follow him religiously. There's going to be like, where the fucking hell is that coming from? That must be out at bottom at bucket. I'll get mine out at bottom at bucket. And that's the worst thing you can do.
If you kind of push it into itself against the bucket, that's it, and then it should stay perfect. So you've got a bit of an area of your Alex that we're filling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just putting a bit of excess on. Nice.
Do I put a bit of water?
Nice.
Nah, because what you don't want now, you don't want to lubricate that plaster up. I just try and trial it out.
So just from it?
Yeah.
Brucey bonus.
More power? More,
Fucking hell.
So now the problem is we've got a bit of excess plaster on there.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah, at the polishing stages, don't be scared to clean it into the water. Yeah, don't be scared to do that.
State is
That's all
fucking
good.
mixing. Look at his drill.
At this stage of plastering, the later stages, we want our trowel to be very clean, because we don't want to be putting any more plaster. We need
Fucking trowel wants to be clean at later stages. Why don't you try cleaning it in early stages, for fuck's sake? Fucking hell.
to on the wall now. I'm just going to polish it up. Nice, that was a good sweep.
Nice.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more water at the bottom just to clean up the slugs. That's it, that was it. It's good. Good.
Yeah.
Now look at the difference on that skirting board now at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Still not clean shit off it, has he?
And keep it nice and slow, controlled. Look at that. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Bloody beautiful.
Sat here eating a falafel whilst Alex is doing the work.
I say, I had one of them. I got food poisoning. Yeah, I felt awful. Wow.
Right, Alex? That looks great.
Got it.
I bet it fucking stinks for falafel if it's a bit spicy.
Are you finding that?
I love it.
You do?
A bit of flirting there.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's too kind,
Well, I like the fact the skirting boards are clean as well. If I was some 17-year-old, it'd be all over the floor.
Ugh.
It wouldn't be bothered cleaning it. That was good. The noise, there was no dragging. It was smooth.
Yeah.
Your trial position then was perfect.
Yeah.
It was same distance
Carry on.
across the wall.
Carry on
It
plastering.
wasn't dragging.
Okay.
It was nice. It was controlled. It was slow, because you don't have to be fast. Like, you don't have to speed through it. That last one was perfect. Good. By this point, it's all the flattening's done, the filling's done. We're literally just polishing the wall. So touch it. It's cold. It's hard. There's a tiny bit of moisture in the surface.
Yeah. It's always cold, hard, smooth. If it's cold and hard, I mean, it shouldn't be that cold. I mean, how plaster sets is hydration, which it heats up. So if you've ever felt a pile of plaster, it'll be warm, it'll be hot, and that's because it when you add water to it, it hydrates, so all water evaporates out of it, and that's how over time, and you're smoothing it, and that water vapor's coming out of the wall, it goes back to its solid form. So it's just Harry Potter magic stuff. That's all it is. But I suppose it could be cold if the room's cold.
On the surface, and you only know that by running your fingers. You'll see it, but generally, is pretty much set. So, Alex, what we're going to do, we're going to do a cross trowel. This means instead of working...
A cross trowel, which means if you don't clean my fucking trowel, I'm getting fucking cross. Get your fucking trowels cleaned, dirty boy.
I've been working up. We're going to work horizontally. So, I'm going to put water on the wall. You want a lot of water on the water brush, and we're just going to...
It's water, mate. It's not water. It's water.
And that is just going to give it a nice polish.
This is
all the work.
any plasterers back out there.
Vanity reasons. Giving it a last flatten
show off
where we can, but to be honest, the plaster is probably so far gone. You're not going to give it much of a flatten. We're probably...
I have to disagree with you. I've trowelled walls up next day and got a finish on them, and for various reasons. Plasterers will know if you've had a Leighton or whatever, and you've flattened it off, and then you just want to polish it in the morning. You can do. So you can get water on it, and you can get it polished.
Probably going to take out any discrepancies, take out any spots that, you know, might have a few ridges on, but generally, the majority
not
of the
at this
flattening is done.
stage.
This is just to smooth it off. So, did you get that, Alex?
Yeah.
Keep the water brush nice and wet. I'm going to get you to run the trail through, and then do it again. That's it. Nice. That's it. Nice open trowel. Good. That's it, that's it, that's it.
Her arm must be
I want to
killing.
go faster.
No, it's not about speed.
Yeah.
It's all good. Remember what I was saying before? It's not about how fast you're going, it's about keeping that, maintaining that same amount of pressure.
Oh,
And if anything, maintaining that trowel position as well, so it's the same throughout. So it's not about speed.
carry on plastering.
Open the trowel up.
Confessions of a plasterer.
You hear that noise?
Yeah.
That's dragging. So if you come back to the beginning again, what we're going to do is focus on the angle. Open it out a little bit. About there, yeah?
Yeah.
And try and push it into the wall as you're moving. It's better slow it down, because that's it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Go back.
No, keep going.
It's playing with her now, isn't
See
it?
the trowel shaking?
I do.
It's fucking
Yeah,
her
yeah.
arms are killing her.
So, it's better.
She's going one way.
Maybe that is
She
a
ought
bit
to go
too fast.
other way.
What we're looking for is
Oh, he's here.
maybe there. Maybe try
Yeah,
that.
little touch there. Can he do that? Is he allowed to do that?
Better.
Better, best.
A lot better.
Oh, two-handing it now, look.
Better. So using your other hand to push that pressure in. Can you hear it's not dragging? That angle's good.
She just wants to
That's a
sit
lot
down,
better.
poor lass.
Does that feel better?
Yeah. I think it dragged a little bit there, but I don't know
You couldn't
overall.
hear it though.
Yeah.
Do it again. You don't, probably just go underneath what you've done.
Why did you get her to go
Yeah.
back
Your
all the
trowel,
way?
You don't have to use. You don't have to do water every time.
She needs to go back
It's still
all
quite
the
a bit
way.
of trail
Wait,
there.
it's killing me just going one way all the time.
In the same spot or lower?
Underneath, yeah, go lower. So every time you do it, go lower and lower. Just so you're
trowel's
following out.
width.
You basically try and trowel out the watermarks that you left. That's it. It's a lot better. That's it. So using your other hand now to put the pressure behind it.
Because her arms are killing.
Lovely.
Yay.
They're on a seaside, but oh, here we go. Selfie.
How is it?
It's
done?
great. It's great. It's so smooth. I just can't believe how smooth it is.
You did it.
Like this.
Plus your first wall.
Yeah. It blows my mind a little bit. I did not think it would turn out
It's
so
amazing,
well.
isn't
So
it? You've done really good.
thanks
It
for
looks
all the
consistent.
cues.
You know, you've done really well. And even
Yeah.
just the way you cut the plaster,
Yeah.
you made it look very, very easy. Like, beginners, you'll struggle doing that. They will. Anyone
Yeah.
will. It's quite hard and you just...
It's so hard. It's so hard. It's very.
We like that, didn't he? We know. Listen, let's cut the act. We know she's not turned up and just started. We know she's not a beginner. She is a novice, but not a total beginner like what is said in learning it in 7 hours. So I think we nearly end the video. We're just going to see this. It reminds you of like it reminds you of like a date, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And now it's a bit of, and it's end at date. You've been out to pictures, and it's end at date, and it's a bit of small talk and a bit of laughing and stuff like that, and it's a bit embarrassing, a bit cringy, but But we've got to watch it to end, haven't we? So if you want to turn away, viewers, turn away. But this is probably a sloppy bit, I think.
It's so humbling. I always say this, but it's so humbling.
Sad, but you've done that. You did it.
It's such a beautiful trade thing.
You got to do it again.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though. Bad body language, that though. I wonder if he thinks that she's coming on to him a bit, and he's married, because I've seen he's got a ring on his finger, but arms has gone folded. That's bad body language. He's been quite open, but he must have then realised, fucking hell, I'm on camera now. Well, this is going out, so I best look as if I'm not interested.
I will definitely do it.
Well done.
Yeah.
You absolutely smashed it.
Oh, thank you, Blaine.
Well done.
Thanks.
This proves that anyone can pick up a trowel and start plastering a wall. But like I said, at the beginning of the video, I went through a lot of training with Alex where we just learned how to use a...
He didn't say though, did he? If you just say what he says. Like I said, at the beginning of the video, I went through a lot of training with Alex. He didn't say that. He said, he said, she just started, she picked it up, nothing else. She fucking turned up. He dragged her in off at the street. She was waiting for a bus and said to her, you know, do you want to try and plaster this wall? And I'm going to film it. I'll give you 50 quid. And it's so it's clickbait, a bit of clickbait. And listen, I'm not bothered about that. It's been a good video.
How to use a Hawken trowel. Now click
Fucking handboard and trowel, mate.
this video here. And that's where I'll show you the exact skills I taught Alex. I'll show you how to prepare your walls for plastering. But I'll also show you how to start scooping the plaster from the Hawk, which is one of the most important.
You don't fucking scoop it from... Scooping's like when you were at school and school teachers used to get you some fucking gravy or some custard. You scooped that out with a ladle. You don't scoop off a plasterboard. No.
Important skills you'll ever learn in plastering. And if you want to learn the full process of plastering, like I said midway in the video, hit the link below, sign up to our free welcome course and get involved, where you can learn the full process of plastering in a straightforward manner. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Alright, Ben. Thanks for doing video. There we go. So, yeah, come to end of Ben's flirty, carry-on confessions of a plasterer video, where... It was quite giggly and it took him back to a teenager. Those spells there where he were a bit overawed, and yeah, I saw it. Don't know if you all saw it, but it might be just because I'm older. You know what I mean? Older and wiser. But I hope you've learnt something. I hope you've learnt some things. I hope you've seen some things that should be done right, some that shouldn't be done right. If you want to get into plastering, like I said, Bain's course is there. If you click on that video, have a search for his video, plastering for beginners. She learned plastering in 7 days, but not really. But so if you look for that, go on there, click on his link, and get on his course. If you want to get into plastering after you've seen all that and had me putting you off. But what can I say about if you're going to be a plasterer? So plasterers we're a breed unto ourselves. There's something in plaster that turns you into a fucking lunatic. If you've got that gene. I mean, some of them aren't, some of them has. So most plasters I know are fucking crackers. But plasters I see on here, they seem quite, I don't know, quite placid, and some of them are a bit like, I don't know, they're not like what you get around here. I don't know whether it's a southern thing or a northern thing. Or an age thing, but the plasterers that I know are just, they just brought mold when they made them. Do you know what I mean? They're funny, they're erratic, unpredictable, like a beer. I don't know, but so if you feel that you're all them and you want to learn plastering. You want to be some days wanting to cry your eyes out, sat on site, and if you are a plasterer and you feel like, you know, you're doing the same thing every day, it's monotonous, it's shit, you're on shit money, you're getting up early, and there's something better, then obviously click on DampSam.com, have a look at my course, which shows you how to install express damp proofing system and everything you need to know, which is the first step on the preservation ladder, the lucrative preservation ladder, the lucrative specialist preservation ladder, where people welcome you in and are glad to see you, because you are the last hope for them to get a dry property. So that's DampSam signing off. It's been a long one. I'll see you at next one. Bye bye now.